So here's the trap. You call it being prepared, but your shoulders don't remember softness. You say you're just making sure, but your breath keeps hitching. Control feels like a seatbelt until it's a cage. You double check, triple check. You overthink every text. And your nervous system mistakes that busy work for love. You don't feel safe, you feel managed by you all day. I get why you do it. When life felt unpredictable, control gave you rails. It's the flashlight you kept on at night, even after sunrise. And hey, being organized helps. But there's a quiet difference between steering the car and white-knuckling the wheel. One opens the sky, the other shrinks it. Control feels like protection until it suffocates. You learned early that safety wasn't given, it was built. So you built routines, scripts, exit plans. You became the person who preloads the apology just in case. You mastered the micro-pause before you answer, scanning the room for signs. Your chest memorized the weight of what if and called it home. Control promises certainty, but the nervous system doesn't hear promises. It listens for patterns. If the pattern is I can't relax until everything is perfect, your body files that under danger. Your mind says sky. Your body hears cage. So you grip harder. You track every risk, label every emotion, rehearse every conversation. And the moment it goes off script, you feel it. Heat in the face, hands tight, voice thinning. You think, if I predict all outcomes, nothing can hurt me. But here's the twist. Prediction is a museum of threats. You keep walking the same hallway of fear, pointing at familiar shadows. Maybe you've had these secret thoughts. I was scared more than loved. I made myself small so they wouldn't leave. When those lines sit in the background, control becomes your translator. It tells the world, I'm fine, while your breath says, I'm bracing. Psychology in plain language. Control shields you from surprise, not from loneliness. And certainty costs connection. Because to love, you have to not know. To live, you have to risk. So the problem isn't you, it's the deal you were offered. Which part of this are you living right now? The airtight plan, the shrinking sky, the yes that should have been no? Tell me in the comments. Here's the thing though, our brains are efficiency addicts. If control once prevented pain, the brain tags it as safe and loops it. Pavlov, but with calendars. You over-organize, the bad thing doesn't happen, and your system stamps it. Proof. But correlation isn't causation. Sometimes the storm just passed. You didn't prevent it. You outweighted it. Think of control like a locked door. On scary nights, it helped. But when morning came, that same door kept out sunlight and people who care. Doors aren't bad. The problem is when every door becomes a bunker. They become schedules. They become rules until your day is a hallway of locks. And there's a cost. Curiosity dies. Control trades what's possible for what's allowed. You start negotiating with joy. You can come in, but only if you text first. Your nervous system learns two moves, tighten or freeze. You stop hearing your own voice under the checklist. Micropsychology moment. Certainty calms thoughts, not bodies. Bodies calm when they feel choice. So when your stomach drops over a late reply, you don't need more control. You need more capacity. And capacity doesn't come from squeezing, it comes from softening. I know, softening sounds like failure when you're tired of being hurt, but soft is different than unsafe. Soft is a door you can open from inside. Take a breath. But here's what nobody tells you. Control often isn't about today, it's about then. Maybe you grew up reading weather in people's eyes. Silence meant danger. Noise meant danger. So you learned to predict. You became the thermostat in a house that never held temperature. Of course, you're precise now. Precision felt like love. When the body stores unpredictability, it catalogues it as open loops. Each loop hums, asking to be closed. Control tries to close them all. That's why tiny uncertainties feel gigantic. Your system stacks every old alarm on top of today's email. It's not dramatic. It's math your body remembers. Cue the inner whispers. I kept apologizing just to be safe. I smiled when I wanted to scream. Those weren't character flaws, they were survival codes. And survival codes don't retire just because you got an adult apartment and a better phone plan. They need ceremony. They need new jobs. Here's the paradox. The more you try to control the past by perfecting the present, the more the past controls you. Those old loops steer your calendar. They pick your relationships. They even choose your sentences, short, careful, edited mid-air. Cage or sky. Both are available, but your body picks the familiar. Familiar looks like the cage, painted sky blue. Quiet now. Let's talk love. Control wears a nice outfit here. It calls itself standards, boundaries. I just communicate clearly. Sometimes yes, often no. Control in relationships sounds like, text me when you arrive, when you leave, and if your mood changes. It tastes like security, but it digests like surveillance. Your partner feels managed. You feel lonelier. They become checklists. They become tests. You start treating trust like a spreadsheet. If they pass 10 rows, love gets released. But trust isn't a grade. It's a practice. And practices get wobbly. When you're controlling, you don't let wobble be human. You label it proof. Your chest tightens. Your eyes scan for the glitch. You brace for the fall that isn't happening. Here's a small psychology glint. Control reduces risk by reducing intimacy. Less closeness, fewer chances to be hurt. It works, and costs you everything you actually wanted. In real life, control steals your voice too. You over-explain, then resent. You rehearse the boundary but deliver a rule. Rules harden, boundaries breathe. A boundary says, this is my door, here's how it opens. Control says, this is my cage, follow the choreography. And ironically, partners often mirror what we model. You white-knuckle, they hide. You tighten, they shrink. Now both of you are in the cage, pretending it's the sky. Then, quiet. Okay, so you try letting go. Suddenly colors feel too bright. Your heart thumps. Your brain yells, we're unsafe. That's withdrawal. Not from love, but from certainty. Your system is detoxing from the drip of prediction, and detox looks dramatic. Shaky hands, short fuse, old thoughts. This doesn't mean you're failing. It means your body's learning a new language, choice. If control was tight fists, safety is open palms. Open doesn't mean reckless. It means adjustable. Doors, not chains. You can still have routines. You just stop worshipping them. Here's a tip disguised as kindness. Don't go from cage to sky in one leap. Build a ladder. Add rungs like one unanswered text, one imperfect plan, one honest no. Tolerate the wobble. Safety is learned wobbly. And when fear spikes, remember, the goal isn't zero risk, it's enough resilience. We're not eliminating storms. We're learning to fly low, land, and try again. You might hear the old line, I didn't recognize myself anymore. Good. That means the script is changing. You're not the ghost, you're the author. Take a breath. Let's talk about the turn. Real safety, nervous system safety, feels like soft eyes, steadier breath, shoulders that drop without asking. It starts smaller than you expect. You begin by noticing the cage, not shaming it. You whisper, thanks for getting me here, and you loosen one bar, just one. Maybe you let a message sit unread while you finish your tea. Your jaw unclenches a millimeter. That counts. You start hearing the difference between control and care. Control says, prove it. Care says, let's be with it. So you try being with it. 3 slow breaths before you answer. Your breath tells your body the sky isn't lying, and when the fear shows up, you name it out loud. My brain wants rules right now. Naming turns storms into weather. Weather passes. Then try a tiny kindness script. Something like, I want to help, but I can't do that today. You practice it when no one's listening. Coffee smell in the kitchen. Morning light, like permission. Next, let plans be plans, not contracts. Put flex next to one calendar block. When it moves, you don't fail. You adapt. Micropsychology. Flexibility feeds safety. On hard days, choose one square of sky. A walk without headphones. A window. A text you don't over-edit. Let your body learn the taste of enough. Enough control to steer. Enough openness to breathe. You'll want the cage again. That's okay. Relapse isn't the end. It's a breadcrumb. Follow it back to the door you can open from inside. Ask your body for one signal of safety. Warm hands, slower blink, a yawn. When it comes, trust it a little more than the alarm. If trust with others is the arena, build trust with you first. Keep one promise daily. Bed by the time you said, water before the second coffee. Phone down for the first 10 minutes of morning. Safety grows where promises keep, small, boring, holy. And when your partner asks, are you okay? Try the truer answer. I'm learning to relax my grip. Watch what happens. Sometimes tears, sometimes laughter, often both. That's sky inside. The moment you start treating your body like a friend, the moment the world softens back. If this landed, save this video and tell me, what's your 5% today? The smallest rung you'll add to your ladder? Control kept you alive? Honor that. And then gently retire it from the job it was never meant to do. Build safety like a home with doors you open on purpose. Let some days be wobbly. Let some plans breathe. Remember the rhythm. They become checklists. They become tests. But you don't. You become someone who can hold a little not knowing without losing yourself. If you need a next step, I've got you. Watch the next one. Why boundaries feel like betrayal. We'll turn the cage into a doorway. Because here's the real measure. Not zero fear, but more sky, more voice. More mornings where the coffee is warm and your shoulders finally drop. The moment you start choosing doors over walls, everything changes from cage to sky, from control to care, from bracing to becoming.